We shipped a new major check.ts CLI version and then added 8 more minor releases right on top. The CLI can now reach every endpoint of the check.ts API. Monitoring as code got many more config options, and all of these new things, of course, are optimized for your agent. Get ready, there's a lot to cover. Let's jump right in. As you know, you can configure your entire check.ts monitoring as code, which means every monitor, alert channel, even dashboards can be defined in JavaScript or TypeScript to be deployed via the CLI. Previously, if you went with TypeScript, you had to bring in Jiti or TS Node to handle the compilation. And I'm super happy that this is now a thing from the past. The CLI version 8 runs your check.ts files out of the box. No Jiti or TS Node is required. The CLI handles TypeScript automatically. To use the check.ts CLI, you need to authenticate. Currently, there are 2 ways to do that. Either you call npx check.ts login to keep the session persistent on your machine, or you provide the check.ts API key and check.ts account ID environment variables. As a quick convenience feature, the check.ts CLI now loads your .env file automatically. Drop the check.ts values in there, run any command, done. When testing the monitoring with npx check.ts test, many people always append -- record to save the results as a test session. So we made it the default. Now npx check.ts test records a test session and you get a shareable link on every run without remembering a flag. Pass -- no record if you don't want to save your test results. And speaking of testing your monitoring, when you hit Ctrl+C on a PW test, or trigger run, the CLI now cancels the test session instead of leaving them running in the background. It's a nice quality of life improvement to not waste energy and resources. And while we're looking at test sessions, there's now a test session CLI command. List and analyze your recent sessions, grab one by ID, or watch a run finished right from the terminal. Now you probably won't do that by hand, but your agent will love it. Whether it's investigating a failing test run or you're rushing to debug a failing check, your agent can now drill into all the test and monitoring results, investigate your codebase, pull in more resources, and provide a fix in minutes. Make sure to have the check.ts skills up to date so that your agent knows what to do. The CLI ships dedicated commands for the things you reach for all the time. Want your checks? npx check.ts checks list. Want to open an incident? npx check.ts incidents create. But the check.ts API has around 130 endpoints, and we're never going to wrap every single one in the command. So what about the rest? Until now, you'd be stuck writing curl commands and setting the auth header by hand. This wasn't great, and that's what check.ts API fixes. You can now let your agent talk to the entire check.ts API. Give it a path, it handles the token and the base URL. Run it for any endpoint and the JSON comes right back. So when your agent wants to do something the CLI doesn't cover, it doesn't get stuck. It reaches for check.ts API and keeps going. Pull in the latest check.ts skills updates and the whole check.ts API is available for you and your agents. And to close things, when you run your Playwright tests in Playwright check suites, you can now pick which engine they run on. And of course, this can be configured in code. Choose from Node 22, 24, 26 and Bun 1.3. And lastly, alerting via the new check.ts Slack app now has its own construct. Slack app alert channel. Define your Slack alert channels in code and deploy them like every other check.ts resource. As usual, there's no UI clicking required. And that's it for today. That's 8 new features that shipped since check.ts CLI version 8. And let me tell you, even I struggle to keep up because we are moving fast. Run npm install check.ts latest, give the new features a spin, and I'll drop the release notes in the comments below. Let me know what you think, and I will see you very, very soon again.